Well, everyone, this is the packaging Yarbo comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. And this module setup is just the mowing. So obviously if you got the snow blower or whatever, that would be in a separate box. But kind of gives you an idea. What's up, YouTube? We are going to do an unboxing video. This is the new Yarbo auto mower. You can put on all different types of attachments. Probably look it up online. I got the mower attachment for right now. We're gonna give it a shot, but we're gonna start opening it up and see what it's all about. And then I'll do videos later of this thing actually hopefully working and saving me some time mowing the lawn. We'll see. Sorry about the lighting, it's not perfect in here, but I'm gonna do it in the garage. It's pretty cold out today. So we'll start. See if I can cut these. So we got all these boxes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. We'll start with the main core system, which is the Yarbo robot itself. Ordered online. It took about a week to get here, I think. So, not horrible. I think the slowest part was FedEx. Please lift. Pretty nice packaging so far. Put that in the burning pile. This is not sponsored. This isn't nothing special. I'm filming on my cell phone, so for the guys out there that want a professional video, go find the ones that are sponsored. I'm not. This is going to be raw and real. Got some nice foam. Maybe save that for putting my knees on if I got to work on anything. I don't know. Need help? You're just an email away. All right, we'll see you there. And don't mind me, I'm gonna probably be drinking beer here in a bit. Nothing like putting something together without beer. I don't know what this thing is. Oh, this is the data center. That's pretty cool. Let me get a little closer for you. Saw this on a YouTube video, but it's data center. You can hook up your PoE or your LAN or whatever, and we'll figure all this stuff later. I'm just going to unbox it for now. Put you aside. Feels like there's still weight in here. Oh, in case you didn't know, when you open it up, it actually says right there, data center. I'll just make sure there ain't nothing else in this fancy foam. It's pretty heavy duty, so I watched a couple of videos of people doing this, and one of the things I noticed is no one knows how to drive it with a controller. So my goal is do it like they say on the box, take it out, but not actually lift the unit that's 200 plus pounds by itself. I don't know, 300. I'll measure or look at the weight later. But you should be able to connect the battery and just drive it right off. I mean, it's got tank for wheels, so it ain't gonna break anything, it's a box. So use your stuff to your advantage. That's what I'm going to do. All right. I'll put this aside over here for now too. So other than the straps in the way, I'm going to grab the camera here so you can see a little better. This is the Yarbo Mower. Not too shabby. Yellow and black. Maybe we should come up with a name. I'll let my kid name it. Kind of looks like a bumblebee or something. And it looks like scan QR code for video assembly guide. Well, that's cool. I don't know if there's more stuff inside. I don't see any instructions at the moment, so that's all for that one. We'll come back to the next video as we unbox more and do the rest of this equipment. But I'll do it all in one, so stay tuned. But I'm gonna see if there's more on this video to tell me what to do after this. Thanks. Okay guys, I'm back. I watched this video that I scanned right there and kind of got an idea. Not perfect, I didn't want to watch it all yet. But basically it says remove the cover, take out the contents, put the battery in. So far simple. Looks like we're gonna have some attachment that goes on both sides of those, probably some kind of antenna. But we're gonna take this cover, put it aside here. Inside there you can see some more foam. It's not really bright, but that's my garage. This looks like it hooks up to the battery. This piece out says physical controller and holder and control power adapter. Beautiful. Put that aside. Hey look, we got an Xbox. So it's hard to film and do this at the same time, so I'm gonna pull this out. Give me 1 second. Don't mind the darkness. We're still alive in here. Robots didn't take over Terminator style or anything. Alrighty. Don't mind my stupid humor. But it's got a controller in there and it looks like USB and something to put my phone on. So we're gonna do this, let that thing charge up here and see if the battery has power already or if we're gonna have to charge it. But that's as far as we're gonna get for right now, and then we'll unbox the next thing. But we got a few. Alrighty. Alright, this is the controller for Yarbo. It literally looks like an Xbox. We're gonna charge it up. Your phone can go up the top. Let me kick it on. I don't have any power on Yarbo, but you can see it lights up. You got your switch, you got your clear, you got your brightness, battery, charge, power. I think it flashes up there at top. You can see it's got 2 bars. I still need to charge it. And whatever that is, controller or whatever on the back. But we'll get it all charged up and play with it here in a minute. Alright guys, next up is getting this battery. That's 23 pounds. Cut open. So let's cut her open and without cutting myself. Packaging. Alright, nice packaging. Take that off. Looks like the box is empty. Throw that there. Throw that there. Get this closer so you guys can see it. Yarbo. It's got his own little fancy hookup here. Says basically put this in there and connect it up. So we're gonna do that. So if you remember in there, it's a little dark, but I'm gonna assume this is gonna go in like so. Drop her in, that stays right there. Then, don't mind me, I'm gonna try switching this thing around. I don't know how. So, alrighty. Grab this piece, which is on the side there. And you can see the connector. So you can see this side piece right here. Gonna hook it up, put the plug in. Then we'll have that one done. On to the next video. All right, battery's on. As you can see, it's connected. I'm gonna use a little more light. It's connected right into the side like I showed. Battery's in there. Now to put that cover back on. So we're gonna grab the cover. And you can see the little hinges there, and the hinge parts go in. So put it in and push down, and it's back on. Next up, I would assume the antennas. All right, guys, now it's time to find the antennas. When you put the battery cover on, this is your emergency stop, I would assume. So I hold that up. Got my knee pads if I need it. Inside joke. I'm gonna assume the antenna's in here. It didn't clearly say in the video, it just said it was in a box, so I'm gonna assume because that's the accessory box. So there's nothing else in this box that I see. There was this little red tape right here around each one of these antennas, and I'm gonna assume there's a tall antenna and a short antenna. A short antenna is for summer use, and the tall antenna is for winter use. So we're gonna open this box, grab the handy dandy scissors, and we'll open her up. Hard to film at the same time, so I'm gonna put this down. You're still with me? It's almost beer time, and we're only maybe I don't know, not even 2 minutes into this really. Most of it's trying to screw around with the phone while filming because everybody's a professional and I'm not, so that's all right. Not a professional in video taking skills. How about that? So far, I don't know what that piece is. Oh, that's just one of those strap things. Throw that in the garbage box. So far, the wrapping is amazing. This thing looks like a tank, just saying. Looks pretty beefy. Should hold up to some good weather here in Wisconsin. Yeah, let's cut this one. There we go. Away. Now to open this box. Give me another second here. All right, cut the tape. Rip the box. Rip the box. Move it aside some more so you have some room. And open that up. Oh, look at that fancy piece of paper. Maybe I should open this box first. It says, oh, it's pretty darn fancy. Yeah. It says, Yarbo began with a team of dreamers who starved for innovation, dared to step into the void of the unknown, and wished to revolutionize the yard maintenance industry. By choosing Yarbo, you have joined our dream to show the world that such technical breakthroughs are not only meant to exist in the future, but are also meant to emerge into the present. Pretty cool. We firmly believe that Yarbo can seamlessly integrate into your daily life, relieving you from some repetitive yard work and finding a cherished place in your family. Thank you for sharing our dream. Really nice certificate, award, Yarbo 2024. Pretty cool. We'll put you on this old amazing mower. I was gonna say POS, it's just a little dirty right now. If you can't tell outside, let's show you outside real quick. So I got a little over an acre. This thing's supposed to mow up to 6 acres, so we're gonna see. But you know, we're on a lake. Grass looks pretty good, so kudos to my Gravely mower that's fairly new. But we're gonna give this thing the test and hope that it does just as good, if not better. All right. Enough of my rambling. Very fancy, look at that, it says Yarbo again. Maybe if I turn it this way you can read it, if you wanted to. If you don't care. Leave me a comment. You can make fun of me for all I care. Don't care. Look at that, a user manual for the people that don't know how to look at a video or watch YouTube. But look at that, user manual, scan, or video assembly guide. I like the video. Let's see how many pages this thing is real quick. That's a lot of reading. Looks pretty cool. I'll read you later. Okay, awesome. We'll stick you right by this beautiful piece of stuff. Now this is, by the way, I'm pretty excited. I just like being funny. So more foam, knee pad. Make sure there's nothing in there. Oh, look at that. This looks pretty interesting. So I'm gonna assume these are the antenna pieces. And that says right there, nope, high RTK antenna. RTK is, I think, that data center that I put over here. This looks like press to remove. That looks like there's eyeballs. Oh, I know what that is. So right here where you would put your attachments, it comes standard with the core, and this is the core. So everything here, if you were to just buy what the core unit is, not the mower accessory or any of the other stuff, just your core is this box, and probably the charging, because you would have to have a way of charging it. But this is like your security dude. So you mount them on the front, and it probably looks like, I don't know, my kids have this little toy robot called Cosmo. Maybe it's like that, but you can talk to it, train it, or whatever. I don't know if, yeah, Yarbo Core. I don't know if that's what this does, but interesting. There's a plug in there, probably goes, yep, plug right there. So that'd be on the front of him, so he can like patrol your yard and be some security. Pretty cool. We're gonna put him there. But we're gonna find the antenna pieces and start the install of the rest of this. All right, guys, bear with me. I've got his face right here, the Yarbo, and I got to attach it inside there to that cord. You can see these bolts or attachment points. There's 4 of them, so you're going to line them up. Now I'm going to show you on the back here. You line them up with those holes. And there's a little button that says press to release. I'm going to stick them on. So I'm not going to be able to hold the phone and do it at the same time, so be right back. And just like that, he's on there. So that power cord can turn. That's how you unhook it and pull it back out. When it goes in, you kind of hear a snap. And then when you hold this lever and you kind of push in, you'll hear it snap. And then, you know, of course his face is going to wiggle a tad, but it doesn't come off unless I use the release. So now for the antenna, and those parts are in there. Okay, per the instructions here, you got to get the low RTK antenna mount and the bolts for the low RTK antenna mount, which are nicely labeled. And this is the antenna mount right here. And you can see that there's going to be 3 bolts. And I would imagine you just hand tighten that antenna like so. There's a little black foam piece on here. I took that off, hand tighten it, and it says to use an Allen wrench number 2 to tighten those screws down, and it is also nicely labeled Allen wrench number 2. So I'm gonna put that on and both sides, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, guys, I'm probably, realistically, if I wasn't trying to film, look at what I'm supposed to be doing, and actually maybe read the instruction booklet instead of watching the video and drinking beer, I'm probably like 5 minutes. So there's nothing really to this so far. So all I did is hand screw the antenna into this low antenna piece, as you can see here. And then there's 3 screws, put those in on both sides. Next step, if you were to follow the instructions instead of watching the video, ethanol hound does not always watch videos or read instructions. So next step is using that number 2 Allen, is locate the low RTK and screw them on the RTK antenna mounts. So right here. So I got to find the low ones. We're going to find the low ones next, somewhere in that packaging over here. Bear with me. All right, guys. So these mounts aren't on yet. The lower antenna. There's a high antenna, which if you read this box right there, it says high RTK antenna, as you can see. I got it in my hand, and I had to do a quick search. So this actually is adding some time to my build, but that's okay. It doesn't say it in the instructions, and it didn't say it in the video, but watch this. You unscrew the high, and you have the low section. So that's what we're gonna put on. So basically, the low is used when you're using this mower feature in the summer, which kind of makes sense. You know, this thing's not small, but if it's high up there, like so, it can snag a branch or something when you're trimming or mowing. So you put on these lower ones, and I'm gonna do that for you and kind of show you. Make sure you put it on the right side. So you're gonna put this lower one on, so it's literally lower, but still gets a good signal. And you're just hand tightening, you're not going super hard, so finger tight. There we go. That should be good. But so that way, you know, your unit is relatively low to the ground and not sticking up and hitting a branch or whatever. So these ones, summertime, tall bad boys right there, you would run in the winter if you have the snowblower attachment. So I do not have that at the moment, but I might try it here in the future because we are in Wisconsin. But I want to give this a shot first and see how well it actually works. This is a no wire guided system, so it's all based on, you know, GPS, satellites, that RTK data center, all the above. So I'm gonna put the other one on and we'll continue here in a second. All right, up next, it says remove the little white cap and install the halo antenna, and, you know, make sure that rubber ring is still there for waterproofing. So I've got my halo antenna, it's nicely marked. So we're gonna throw that on there. Now I'm just kind of curious if that's tape on there or what that keeps that marking, but it's etched in there, so that's nice. So the white cap, I already took it off. You can see it right there. And this is gonna go right here. So hand tight. Put my little flashlight right there. I need to install better lights in this garage instead of spending so much money on a unit, but it's okay. Wait for those comments to come in. I get it. But I've seen a lot of people complaining on the professional ones that this thing doesn't work, blah, 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 all the negative. And, you know, that's why I'm going to do this. I'm going to test it out and be the guinea pig for everybody and tell you if it really works or not. And we'll go from there. A little bit of a tech junkie, so I kind of like this stuff. And I'd say that's hand tight, you know, weatherproofed, and the little rubber seal, I can still feel it right there. So let's see if I can get my light on there. Rubber seals on there, right in here. So yeah, we're good. And it says antenna for the rover. Beautiful. All right, on to the next step. And I did, obviously, I was watching the video, but now I pulled out the instructions because, again, I was trying to find, if you see this instructions, it doesn't say, it just says locate the low RTK antennas. Doesn't show it getting twisted off the big antenna, those ones. So I just want to verify. So then next step is lift the emergency stop button. I think I already did that. I did. And remove the rear cover, press the power button to turn on Yarbo, place the back of the rear cover. then we're going to do the side place rim mount. So let's see, I left the controller charging. Let's go back here, move some of this stuff out of the way. Let's tuck her in here. Hopefully this thing doesn't drive away on me. But there's a little button right here. Pull it up and it says press the button. There's a button right here. And it looks like this is where you would hook your, let me get my flashlight. See wherever I put it. There it is. So back here, it looks like you have your tow connect, resets, activate, some charging. Pretty cool. So let's turn this on. Green lights. That's its head moving. I'll put this cover back on. I don't think I need anything else back there. Let's just see what the instructions say. It says, place the back. Alright, press the button to turn on Yarbo, place back the rear cover, which I'll do here in a second. Highly recommends using Allen number 3. Track slide place replacement is highly recommended for better protection, especially for Yarbo snowblower, which I don't have. Please locate the track slide plates in the Smart Assist module box and replace them using Allen wrench number 3, which is
ready to work.
Oh, he talks to me. He's ready to work. That's pretty cool. And then it says install the Yarbo app. So I'm gonna work on that next and I'll give you some more video here in a second. Okay everyone, we powered it up. I got the controller. There was nothing much more than what I already did, but I was just trying to figure out everything. Jaden, should we make this thing's head move?
Yeah.
All right, so we look at his head. You press the A button. You want to raise it up. So this would be like if you're using the blower attachments. You have different auger controls. You can, the keypad, it gives you a whole list, but let's say you want to move the blower so it blows at the right angle, left angle, whatever, that's these, different speeds. And you know, like I said, everyone left this thing on the box and had 2 people pick it up or 1 person. It's pretty heavy. I am going to hold this. Oh, by the way, if you don't know how to pair your remote, see that switch, it says switch. You hold that, long press it when the controller's on and it'll automatically pair and let you know. But you hold this button for safety and you can use either joystick, this one or that one, but since I'm using 2 hands, let's back this thing off and not do what everybody else does and lift it up. There we go. Now we can put the tracks on. So we're gonna stop there. What do you think so far?
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, now that I got Yarbo off the box, move the box out of the way, give him some room, and I've got some pads to put my legs on. I found the track heavier duty equipment here on the side, the plates. It says it needs Allen key, trying to get it in focus, Allen key number 3 out of my tool bag that it came with, and to replace them on the side. Got the controller right there. Just to be on the safe side, even though this thing is on, I could probably power it off if I want to open it up and press the button. But let's put
emergency stop.
There you go, emergency stop. Throw a mat down and you know, use them to your advantage. I think that's why they gave
emergency stop.
Amazing shipping package, so I like it. So we're going to remove these screws, as you can see, and this thing's pretty
emergency
flimsy,
stop,
and put on these new ones. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll give you the new video here in a second. All right, guys, I removed the plate, cover, whatever you want to call it, shield. This is the one that came with it. It's pretty flimsy, as you can see, but it's still really nice. The book lied, which is okay. That happens. Allen key number 2. Hard to tell on camera there. I'm not going to worry about it, but it's Allen key number 2. And then I'm going to put in this heavier duty one, and you can see it is not flimsy, and it's made of steel. So there we go. Put that on. There is some regular maintenance on this, nothing like a real lawnmower, or I shouldn't say a real lawnmower. This is a real lawnmower. Nothing like a mower like that. You're gonna probably want to, in the wintertime, grease this track. We'll look through the maintenance. You can see that there's some grease already on there. Grease this track, so I would imagine we'll have to remove it. Shouldn't be too difficult. Probably just pulls off, but not sure. Yeah, probably something like that. And then the mower blades, maybe every couple weeks, but you know, main thing like anything, just like the lawnmower over there. Right now it's a little dirty, but normally I clean it, I power wash it. These you probably wouldn't want to power wash, but you want to wipe it off, get all the crap off it. But more to come, more to go. And that is the setup. I'm going to put this on and put the other one on and show you one last time. Park it in the corner, probably charge it, but and then the next stuff is getting the rest of the stuff set up. All right, so we got those installed. I'll show you what they look like. Still have this thing in safety stop. It doesn't make that noise after a couple alerts. But you can see here, these are on there. I'm gonna use my flashlight. It's pretty solid. That's probably good for like winter protection, you know, debris, all the above. Again, we'll go over the maintenance stuff another day. Just getting this thing assembled. It is a tank. So far with the assembly, I am just putting it together. You know, everything seems build quality wise. This thing's a tank. It's pretty strong. Things I can see as weak points if you don't, maybe when we get to the programming phase of the no mow zones or don't do certain thing modes, whatever you want to call it. These I could see maybe popping off if you have like any kind of angles or whatever. So you want to just be cautious and aware of that. Really map things out and make sure it's right. So I'm going to do that. Obviously I'll show a video of it mowing and doing all that stuff at some point when it's not raining and I've got everything set up. I don't know how to do a screen video share, so you'll have to YouTube probably that unless I figure it out. But you know, I'm gonna get it all set up and see what I can and can't do and figure out the no mow zones, or, you know, don't break zones, I should call it. But no, I like the build quality, you know, all the way down to the packaging. These things are super handy. I probably gonna keep them and use them as little floor mats when I gotta sit and work on something. But, you know, same thing on that side. You got the other Yarbo. It's pretty cool. This thing's really easy to turn on and off. You know, I saw some YouTube videos. I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way and park it, like I said, over on the other side of the garage here. So I'm gonna show you how simple this is to connect. Park it, and then we're gonna do some more unboxing. Let's pick up my tools here. Don't wanna lose any of them. Put them in here. For now, these might be good signs. It should say Yarbo robot mower, stay away. Don't try to steal me or something. So make sure I got everything out of there. Yep, we're good. All right, so first things first is undo the safety here. That's just a latch. Kick it on. I was curious if it would talk to me. So far, so good. Take your remote, just like an Xbox controller, hold down. It's connected. Let's kick on some lights. I think that's X and B if I remember right. Let's test that out. Okay, so it's you can't hear it or see it, but the controller's shaking, so it must not be paired. So I'm gonna long press this switch button. Must be connected. The lights came on. Let's see if I can shut the lights off. Here, all right, X turns all lights off. B kicks on the other light in the front. I don't think there's anything in the back. Nope, so if I press X again, should kick all lights. Oh. There we go, all lights. And you see there's ones on the sides and the top, in the back. I can kick them on and off, beautiful. Then again, the Y and A, and you can do all this from your phone, but might as well use this cool controller. So A moves the head down if you had an attachment, so mower, blower, whatever. Y makes the head move up, and you can see that light, it's pretty good. So we're gonna park this thing. So again, it's gonna vibrate because I did something wrong. You have to hold the safety switch, which is the RB button, not the trigger. These triggers are for the augers, I believe. If you click these in, that's for different speeds, so it goes faster than what I'm gonna drive in here, but I'm not gonna drive that fast. This is very easy, one-handed and filming at the same time. So the direction it's going is obviously forward. I'm gonna reverse it and back it up. And it came, we're gonna leave it right there a second. It came with a additional charger, which is right there. I'm gonna use a charging thing once I set it up, which is in that box. But for right now, I can at least charge this thing and charge it up with a wall charger and put it in here. Obviously, again, boathouse. This thing can tow 3,500 pounds, so when I do things, I'm gonna be testing it with the jet ski lift because I have my own launch. I'll pull my dock out of the water at the end of the season. My boat lift is pretty heavy. It holds a 22 foot whatever pontoon, but it's 36 foot or so it's a good size. And I'm just gonna back this up in the corner a little bit. Wow, first time driver. All right, so there you go. And now I'm gonna hook up the charger. All right, guys, got the Yarbo Mower, or the Yarbo Core, and just getting ready to open this. I already got the box open. Comes with nice quick start guide and a user manual for the lawnmower attachment. Throw these over on top of this mower. We'll read that here in a minute. Some of the things in here, you already got some tools. You got whatever this thing is, something Yarbo. We'll set this right here for now. I like that this thing comes with tools. Let's see what this is. Spare cutting blades and bolts and cutting disc bolts. So that's good. So those are pretty small blades. Be interested to see what's underneath it, but it should work. So we'll put that over here. That's everything there. This looks like the rubber guard that's probably gonna go in between. We'll set that there. And then take this nice, beautiful foam out. 1 second. All right, got the beautiful foam, and that's the lawnmower attachment. Now let's just double check, make sure everything's out of here. I wanna make sure I don't lose anything. That's pretty cool. Lots of foam. I like it. And next up is lifting this out of the box. All right, that's what it looks like outside the box. That's that piece. So what I'm gonna do is drive this over to that and connect it here in a second. But before we do that, let's lift this thing up and see what it looks like underneath, because now I'm kind of curious. And hopefully it doesn't cause any damage, but it shouldn't.
And there you go. There's all the blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Nice caster wheels. Pretty nice. Let's see what this is. That just looks like a box. And this looks like the attachment where you're gonna put the power cord. Yep, alrighty. So we'll do that here in a second. Let me grab the remote and drive her over and show you how to do this. All right, guys, now we're gonna stick this right here and I'm gonna try connecting it. Put my little floor mat down. I drove it close enough, but there's one thing to remember on here. And this, I powered it off in the app, just telling it to shut down basically. But this is the, what do you want to call it? The security guard, so to say. So we gotta press the button down here, remove it, and it comes off pretty easily. And if you remember, I had a twist, the connector, twist, pull, and it comes right off. So I'm gonna put that aside so it doesn't break. And I can put that on a different day or never use it, because I'm probably gonna use it not as a security guard, but as a mower. Because I don't need a security guard, I hope. So now, it's lining this up with this. Obviously I can turn it back on and do it, but I'm going to maneuver it this way right now. And it's lining it up with the holes here, which I'm going to show you. It'll be very similar to the robot face, so to say. And as you can see, there's holes
I didn't quite catch that.
right in here, in there, and it's going to match these. Let me shut off my, there we go. It's going to match those. But first things first is connecting this. So let's move it a little bit closer. Line it up. Looks pretty aligned. And all right, so I've got it on there. Basically, I lined up the bolts, as you can see right here. You lift these. Sorry, the camera's got to get in focus. You lift these up on both sides. Now it's on, but it's not fully secured and attached. Take your little rubber guard, put it on this beautiful contraption here, so it covers up some of the stuff there. And let's see here. I might have to put the phone down and do this. All right, there's one side. Now do the other. It's a pretty good size unit. And this one, same thing. Tuck her in, pull down. All right. So now that we're there, then you take these, push them back down, both sides. Then it says take this head unit right here and push it back until you hear a click. So let's see if I can do this on film. I might get behind it. There you go, you heard it click. Good. This unit is up and running. Now that it's hooked up, I gotta find it on my app. Once I find it on my app, whether I'm using the controller, my phone, and then once I make it autonomous, it'll be fully autonomous. But on my controller, when I'm like laying things out, or if I just want to drive it as a remote control mower, don't know why you do that. Maybe a snowblower, I can see it like at the driveway, so you're paying attention to cars. But for the mower, kind of pointless. But if you wanted to, they give you that option. And instead of those triggers doing something with the blower and turning that where it's directional for your blow, it'll raise and lower, turn on and off your disc, your cutters. It'll change the pitch, the control pad, up, down, left, right, something like that. Will probably change the height of the blades. So if you want a 2-inch cut, 4-inch cut, you know, you get the gist. So that's kind of cool. So you have full control. And maybe when you're setting this up to do, you know, your lawn outside, as you're driving it and mapping everything out, you can kind of mess with those controls instead of doing it on your phone. So it automatically remembers, hey, when I'm going over this tree root, I'm gonna cut at 4 inches so I can make it over without hurting anything. So it gives you a lot of options. So now that this is fully set up, and we got the head unit off, we don't need that, but we'll save it for another day. Now it is setting up the charging pad and the RTK, which is back here in the corner, which is the data center. So then it's getting that all installed. Don't mind my mess in the garage. Winter's over, getting ready for summer. So then it's getting it mapped out and ready to mow this beautiful lawn out there. So we'll see how it goes. Probably gonna start with like a 3.5 inch cut, not too short. You know, see about lawn striping and all that. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Pretty good size. And for a robot mower, this is probably the biggest one I've seen. So we'll see how it does. That's all for now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.